enjoy it. মানে গুনতে পারে না কত লোক আছে, কত ভক্ত আছে। কিন্তু সেই সময়, that time, maybe 50, 50, 60 ভক্ত। জয়প্রতাপ মহারাজ ছিল, রামানন্দ মহারাজ ছিল, এবং সেই সময় গৌর পূর্ণিমা উৎসব যে আসছে, the festival is coming, অনেক ব্যবসায়িক worker, না? It is 76 that year, maybe 400 devotees came, which is, that time, that was a lot. Now 4,000. But that time, 400 devotees. So many preparations. So I was asked to help. And so I started taking on different services. So when it came time for me to go, Jayapataka Maharaj, Ramananda Maharaj, at that time, they were all saying, no, you should stay here. So that is another story, how, well, I'll tell this story. So we had just purchased in New York one very big building. And we were getting a new GBC. So he arrived and they asked, can he stay here? And this devotee was, well, I am new. So we have to go and ask Srila Prabhupada. So we went. And when we entered to see Srila Prabhupada, this is my memory, which I have some confidence is true. Though I cannot, it was not recorded. So you have to take my word. I have some confidence because just 1 year after, or 2 years after, I was interviewed for the Lilamrita. And I remember what I'm speaking now, I remember then it was recorded and I have a copy, so I can, yeah, that was a real memory. So as I remember, this was 1976. How many of you, I think not many of you were even born. Janma chila na, na? সেই সময় Indira Gandhi emergency, অনেক politics, অনেক politics, অনেক রাজনীতি, এবং Prabhupada কিছু চিন্তা করছে, he's thinking, he's reflecting. The look on his face was like, oh, the world. And he made some comment which I don't remember. But then he made one statement which has stayed with me, and I share with you. He said, we cannot expect that the whole world will become Krishna conscious. We can't expect. It is, after all, it is the Kali Yuga. But then he said something that was very strong from he made some motion like this. But there should be one ideal place, Adarsha. Adarsha Stan, or Adarsha Stan, Jaiga, place. Although he didn't say it, but by his motion, by his words, I understood he meant Sri Mayapur ISKCON. Our community in Sri Mayapur. এখানে এটা ভারত থেকে বা বাংলাদেশ থেকে বা কোথায় থেকে সবাই আসে বাংলাদেশ ভারত থেকে কিন্তু সবাই তো মায়াপুর যাচ্ছে না এবং আমার মনে হয় এখানে টাকা রাখছে যখন বেশি বেশি আসছে মায়াপুর যাব সবাই চিন্তা করছে যে যখন টাকাটা একটু বেরিয়ে আসছে কিছু কিছু জমি বা কিছু কিছু একটা ফ্ল্যাট বা কিছু কিছু কিনবো মায়াপুরে থাকবো তাই নাকি? You all want to go and stay in Mayapur. Singapore? Okay. টাকাটা ঠিক কিন্তু মায়াপুর অন্যরকম টাকা। So that was enough, because then there was some conversation, and ultimately he agreed that I should stay in Mayapur. So what will I do? Now festival is over, people are gone. What will be my service? So I was given the service of construction, building. Okay, Shavai okane Mayapur gift na. Shavai na? Shavai jaini. যখন হবে তখন একটা দেখবে একটা lumber building, আমার একটা বলে যে lumber building, long building, chakra building. সেই সময় that building was only the plinth. So that was my job, to build this building. কিন্তু আমি কিছু জানি না building construction. আর একটা subcontractor কে local Bengali mystery. তবে দুটো শিখতে হবে, নির্মাণ, construction এবং বাংলা। So that is why and how I learned some Bengali. বেশি স্টাডি মানে আমার কোনো শেখাক নাই, একটা বই এখানে একটা বই এখানে কিছু কিছু করেছি, সব প্র্যাকটিস আস্তে আস্তে আসে। So that's why it's not very good. I never studied, just what I picked up. So now, let us hear Bhagavad. So, we thought we would read a verse. I chose this verse. 41. So we can chant it one time together? Yes. Easier. for me to, so I know it. Read it. Okay. Vyavasayatmaka buddhir Ekeha Gurunandana Usakahyanandascha Budayo Vyavasayinam Vyavasayatmaka buddhir Ekeha Gurunandana Anyone else like to chant? Vyavasaya Atmika, resolute in Krishna consciousness. Buddhi, intelligence. Eka, only one. Iha, in this world. Guru Nandana, oh beloved child. Bahu Saka, having various branches. He, Ananta, unlimited. Cha, Budaya, also. Budaya, intelligence. Avyavasayinam, those who are not in Krishna consciousness. So we'll read it in English, okay, with translation and purport, because we don't have so much time for both English and Bengali. Is that okay?
Yes, it's okay.
And if you have a Bengali book,
Yes.
you can, oh, it's there. So you can see it's the translation there. All right?
Yes.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhaktivinoda Swami. Those who are on this path are resolute in purpose, and their aim is one. O beloved child of the Kurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many-branched. Purport. A strong faith that by Krishna consciousness one will be elevated to the highest perfection of life is called Vyavasayatmika, intelligence. The Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 2262 states, Jaya Sabde Vishvashakahe Subhidra Nishchaya Krishna Bhakti Koilare Sarvakarma Chittahoy. Faith, Vishwas. That was one of the words that I learned. Jokon amar construction nirman korchi, ebong ekta supplier কিছু বলবে যে এই কোয়ালিটি আমি কি বলবো? আমি কোনো বিশ্বাস নাই। I don't trust you. I learned that word, Vishwas. Also, falta. Is that the proper Bengali? Falta jinis. Huh? Second, not right stuff. I'm going to Vishwas now. Faith means unflinching trust in something sublime. When one is engaged in the duties of Krishna consciousness, he need not act in relationship to the material world with obligations to family traditions, humanity, or nationality. Fruitive activities are the engagements of one's reactions from past good or bad deeds. When one is awake in Krishna consciousness, he need no longer endeavor for good results in his activities. When one is situated in Krishna consciousness, all activities are on the absolute plane, for they are no longer subject to dualities like good and bad. The highest perfection of Krishna consciousness is renunciation of the material conception of life. This state is automatically achieved by progressive Krishna consciousness. So when we first read this, the question naturally arises, when the purport says, when one is engaged in the duties of Krishna consciousness, he need not act in relationship to the material world in obligations to family traditions, humanity, or nationality. So it seems to say that when we are engaged in devotional service, we no longer serve our families. I think most of you would find that very difficult. এখানে সবাই একটা পরিবার আছে না? সবাই স্ত্রী আছে, ছেলে মেয়ে আছে, সন্তান আছে, সব। অথবা যদি স্ত্রী নাই, স্ত্রী হবে, বাবা মা, সবাই পরিবার এবং কিছু দায়িত্ব নাই। কৃষ্ণ কি বলছে? ভগবান কি বলছে? এইসব দায়িত্ব ফেলে দিতে হবে? We give up all our duties? On first hearing, one might mistake. Let's continue to get the answer. The resolute purpose of a person in Krishna consciousness is based on knowledge. Vasudev Sarvamiti Samahatma Sadurlabha. A person in Krishna consciousness is the rare good soul who knows perfectly that Vasudeva or Krishna is the root of all manifested causes. And now here is the answer. As by watering the root of a tree, one automatically distributes water to the leaves and branches, so by acting in Krishna consciousness, one can render the highest service to everyone, namely the self, family, society, country, humanity, etc. So, not that you give up all responsibility to self, family, society, so on, but you enter into the highest service to your family, to your society, to your country. So what is that highest service? If Krishna is satisfied by one's actions, then everyone will be satisfied. So, if we see ourselves as the servants of Krishna, if we see our families as Krishna's family, we are the children of Krishna. They are the children of Krishna. We are all Krishna's family. And if we see our work, we see our engagement in relationship to service to Krishna, and we try to please Krishna with our work, with our service, then automatically our families will be served, the whole world will be served. So how do we do this? How can we please Krishna with our work? Service in Krishna consciousness is, however, this is, Prabhupada continues, he answers. Service in Krishna consciousness is, however, best practiced under the able guidance of a spiritual master, who is a bona fide representative of Krishna, who knows the nature of the student and who can guide him to act in Krishna consciousness. So we learn how Kibhabe Krishna Santushta Have, Sheta Gurudev, Shikha Guru, all gurus, they teach us, beginning here with Srila Prabhupada. And they teach us, as stated here, according to the individual nature of the student. Shivai to eke nai. Ekjan, one way is best. We are all different natures. We have different qualities, different situations, different karmas. But Srila Prabhupada, through his books and through his students, his disciples and his grand-disciples, his followers, they can help us understand how we can best serve Krishna. As such, to be well versed in Krishna consciousness, one has to act firmly and obey the representative of Krishna, and one should accept the instruction of the bona fide spiritual master as one's mission in life. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur instructs us in his famous prayers for the spiritual master as follows: Yasya prasada bhagavad prasado, Yasya prasadam na patitatopi, hayam subham dasya yasastri sanyam, vande guru charanarvindam. By satisfaction of the spiritual master, the Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes satisfied. And by not satisfying the spiritual master, there is no chance of being promoted to the plane of Krishna consciousness. I should therefore meditate and pray for his mercy 3 times a day, and offer my respectful obeisances unto him, my spiritual master. I was thinking about this verse today especially, because I thought it would be also good to reflect on how Srila Prabhupada applied these principles, and what gave him the strength to accomplish what he did. In other places, Srila Prabhupada refers to this particular verse, and particularly the purport of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, which he is now referencing. as being something of a turning point for him. He recalls how perhaps in the late 40s, early 50s, he was studying the commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and came across this explanation that the actual application of this verse, Vyavasayatmaka bhuti ekeha kuru nandana, the application of being resolute. Bangla ki bolbe resolute, Nishta. Huh? Nishta, certainly. Dira. Aki. Ki? Nishta mane fixed. Huh? Akonta ashakta. Atonta asakta. A very attached. Resolute. Resolute mane ki? Determined. Bangla ki bole determined. Dhira sankalpa. Dhira sankalpa. Dhira sankalpa. Resolute determination. Eta jari ei duto mile dhira sankalpa. Nishta ei shab mile eta resolute. Fixed. Ekeha. Yavasayatmaka bhuti ekeha. One pointed. Srila Prabhupada considered what was that one pointed service that he had from Gurudev. Pratham bar যখন Prabhupada Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Yoga he sunuche. What did he hear when Srila Prabhupada, our Prabhupada, met Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur at Ultradanga Road in 1932? What did he hear?
Krishna consciousness in English.
Yes. He got an instruction. Right? He got an instruction. And Prabhupada was meditating, hearing this, putting these things together. Krishna is saying, be one-pointed, be resolute, be fixed. Be fixed. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying, that fixedness is the order of Guru. That is the point. And this contemplation that Srila Prabhupada took in, and it built his determination even more, even stronger. I must do this. I don't know how. কিভাবে করব কিছু জানি না, কিন্তু এটা নিশ্চয় করতে হবে। যখন এক একটা মানে পার্টি র্যালি হয়েছে, করতে হবে করতে হবে করতে হবে। So he's telling himself, I must do, must happen, must happen. The whole process, however, depends on perfect knowledge of the soul beyond the conception of the body. Not theoretically, but practically, when there is no longer a chance for sense gratification manifested in fruitive activities. One who is not firmly fixed in mind is diverted by various types of fruitive acts. This is a very strong message to us. Very strong. Prabhupada is calling us to become fixed in purpose. We sit here with so many purposes. You've all come to Singapore, and some of you are born here. Well, Singaporeans? There's one back there. Little girl. Little girl. But most of you have come here for some purpose. Activity dunia estina. Hajpa, Poribar. And we have so many other purposes. We want to make a family, we want to have children, we want to have nice arrangements. We want to enjoy the world. That is our habit. We are all born in these material bodies because we want to enjoy this world. If we did not want to enjoy this world, we would not be here. কোনো ঝড়ে ঝগেতে কাম যদি কিছু নাই তবে এখানে কেন? When there is no desire for this world, then really we have some desire, all of us. We have some desire to enjoy this world. And now we're being called by Krishna. Give it up. Have faith. This purport, Srila Prabhupada refers to Chaitanya Charitamrita. Shraddha. Shraddha shabde vishwas kare sudridha nishchoy. Sudridha, that's another good synonym for resolute. Sudridha nishchoy. Krishna bhakti koila sarva karma krita hoy. By serving Krishna, all purposes are filled. We don't have this faith. Hey, Vishwas, we think by serving some company, this one, that one, then our karma, everything will be taken care of. We don't have faith. It's simply serving Krishna. But we can't serve Krishna simply by renouncing everything and going to the forest. That's what Arjuna was thinking, right? Arjuna thought, you're telling me, and later he'll ask this question, I'm confused. First you say, work is good. And then you say, renunciation is good. What's going on? What do I do? So you may all be sitting here also thinking, what do I do? Do I work? Or maybe you just all sit here and do kirtan for the rest of the year. How do we decide? How do we know what to do? How do we know how to serve Krishna? Can we just think, oh, I'll give everything up and I'll serve Krishna in that way? Therefore, Srila Prabhupada guides us. He says, you have to have guidance how to serve Krishna. We all need guidance. If we try to renounce the world, thinking, now I'll simply sit down and chant Hari Bol. Yes, Hari Bol. Hari Bol. আমি মায়াপুরে যখন আমি ওখানে প্রথম বছর প্রভুপাদ ওখানে ছিল এক বক্তা এসেছে ওনার মনে ছিল যে আমি শুধু নাম করব আমি আর কিছু না এবং এই সময় গৌশলা ওখানে একটা বাগান ছিল এই কলা বাগান উনি ওখানে গিয়েছে এই একটা ছোট একটা পাত থেকে বা আর কিছু একটা জায়গার স্থান করেছে ওখানে বসেছে अरे अरे प्रसाद की व्यवस्था ওই একটা বার্তা প্রসাদ দিয়েছে তারপরে প্রভুপাদ শুনেছি যে এই লোক এরকম বসে আছে মনে হয় কিছু পরীক্ষা করব একটা পরীক্ষা করতে হবে এই বলছি যে ওই প্রসাদ আজকে দেবে না তারপরে দেখ and তবে সেই next day এরপরের দিন বাক্তা নিয়ে এনেছে কিছু প্রসাদ এনেছে ওই বাক্তা বলছেন কালকে কি ছিল প্রসাদ আসেনি কেন তুমি তো হরিনাম করছে ওকে হরিনাম করবো এইভাবে 2-3 দিন কিছু প্রসাদ আর কিছু নাই 4-5 দিনের মধ্যে ওই বাক্তা চলে গেছে আবার দেখা হয়নি So we cannot artificially think All right, I'll give up everything now. After some time, again, we become entangled and we give up our service. Therefore, we have to act on guidance. We need guidance. How to gradually move forward, reducing our involvement in this world and increasing our involvement in Krishna's world. And all the time remembering our goal. For us, the main Vyavasayatmika, the Ekeha, is our direction. Where are we going? For Srila Prabhupada, he took that mission as being his direction, his only direction. And because it was actually a physical direction, you would go west. So he went west. Our direction may not be physical, it may be some other form of direction, but the direction is to serve Krishna. And when we have faith that by that service, Sarvakama Krishna Bhakti Sarvakama. So let us engage everything in Krishna's service. This is the art that Srila Prabhupada, Gurudev teaches. How we can engage our work, our families, in the service of Krishna. Then our purpose becomes one. So, we'll end here. So some time for some questions. আমাদের যদি এইরকম থাকতে যদি সব বাংলা অনেক ভুল হইতে পারে, সেই জন্য আমার মনে হয় কিছু ইংরেজি বলি, কিছু বাংলা বলি। আমার আশা যে কিছু বুঝতে পেরেছে আমার ইংরেজিটা একটু আস্তে আস্তে বলছি, সেই জন্য আমার মনে হয় একটু বুঝতে পারবে। এই এখন আমি মায়াপুরে থাকি 6 মাস, আর 6 মাস আমি নিউ ইয়র্ক শহরে থাকি। নিউ ইয়র্ক শহরে আমার রাধাগোবিন্দ মন্দির, যখন আমার নাম কিছু biography বলেছি যে আমি ব্রহ্মচারী কি করেছি ব্রহ্মচারী বনপ্রস্থা। এটা আর একটা যে এখন আমার এখন গৃহস্থ আশ্রম, এটি কিভাবে গৃহস্থ আশ্রম? গৃহস্থ আশ্রমের মধ্যে 2-3 ভাবে সেবা হবে, যে কিছু টাকা ব্যবস্থা করে মানে চা করার জন্য, এবং কি বলে স্ত্রী রাখার জন্য, মানে সন্তান রাখার জন্য এটা সেবা। আর গরু রাখা, গরু সব গৃহস্থ রয়েছে, গরু রাখা, গৌ রাখা। এবং আর একটা দায়িত্ব
Vanaprastha preparation. Vanaprastha preparation. Grihastha ashram, সবাই এখানে এই যে গৃহস্থ থাকে, এই যে আপনার একটু দায়িত্ব আছে যে কিভাবে 10, 20, 40 বছর পরে তোমার বয়স্ক যে আছে, আমি কিভাবে বানপ্রস্থ আসবো। বানপ্রস্থ খুব দরকার। আমি সব মানে এই মৃত্যুর সময় অবধি তো যদি গৃহস্থ থাকে তো ঠিক না, তবে একটা প্রিপারেশন, এই সময় প্রিপারেশন সেভাবে মায়াপুর এটা আপনার প্রিপারেশন বানপ্রস্থ। কিন্তু যখন ওখানে গিয়ে এই বানপ্রস্থ লাইফ, এটা শুধু মানে বসের জন্য নাই, আমি এরকম একটা ভালো রিটায়ারমেন্ট এটা নাই। বানপ্রস্থ মানে সেবা। আমরা স্ত্রী এই আমি নিউ ইয়র্ক শহরে যাচ্ছি, এই ওখানে আশ্রমে থাকি। এই আমার স্ত্রী লেডিজ আশ্রম থাকি, আমি মেন্স আশ্রম থাকি, এবং সকলেই আমরা একটা মঙ্গল আরতি যাচ্ছি, সব হরিনাম, অনেক সেবাও করি। এটা আমার প্রিপারেশন। যখন সময় হলে সব আমার সব ছেলে মেয়ে সব বিয়ে হচ্ছে, ঠিক আছে। তারপরে আমরা এখন সব সময় 24 ঘন্টা তোমার এইটাই না, it's a planning now, how you can prepare, not that you are planning to just go on, but at some point you get to a point, children are grown, now it is time for full-time seva, all-time seva, 24 hours seva, right? Yes? Yes? You prepare now. Now you work. You're working hard, but you must prepare for when you can work only seva. Char, whatever, cooking for Krishna, whatever it is. Okay? So, we have little time for some questions.
প্রভুপাদ বলেছিলেন, গৃহে যদি একটা কোটেশনে প্রভুপাদ বলেছেন, গৃহে যদি অনুগত স্ত্রী থাকে তাহলে তাকে সন্ন্যাস নিতে হবে না, সেই গৃহে থেকে পরিষ্কার করতে হবে। এখন আপনি আবার বলছেন যে বানপ্রস্থ নিয়েছি, এখন
বানপ্রস্থ মানে গৃহে, মানে আমার স্ত্রী, আমার একাই থাকি এই মায়াপুরে, আমার একটা বলে গৃহ আছে, একটা ফ্ল্যাট, ওখানে এক মিলে থাকি, কিন্তু একটি উদ্দেশ্য আছে, আমরা মিলে আমরা সঙ্গে একসঙ্গে কৃষ্ণ সেবা। সেই জন্য প্রভুপাদ বলছে যে সন্ন্যাস তো দরকার না, এই যে সন্ন্যাস কৃষ্ণ বলে, অর্জুন বলে সন্ন্যাসী মানে যখন সব কাজ সবসময় কৃষ্ণ সেবা। That is sannyas. So for us, it is like that. Because we also need vanaprastha, means that we are taking care of each other, and that's sometimes needed at this age. But the arrangement is no more material. We don't have working, not working. But it's our fortune. We made some arrangements
We got some funds here and there. So it was some planning and some good luck as well. So we hope that you all will have that good luck. That by the time that you're at least 60, 50, 60 years old, children are grown, and so on, you can also be situated so that you can serve all the time. And if you have faith, it will happen.
All right, thank you so much.
We will.